Namaskar, I am Suruchi Das and you're watching Ritam. When hunger becomes the enemy and darkness the only companion, the promise of gold turns into a graveyard of shattered dreams. Is the human cost of illegal mining worth the price of gold? At what point does a crackdown become a death sentence? The shadow of tragedy looms over South Africa's northwest province, where a grim rescue operation is underway at an abandoned gold mine in Stilfontein. South Africa's government faces growing criticism over its harsh crackdown on illegal mining after cutting off food and water to miners trapped underground, with at least 78 bodies recovered from an abandoned shaft this week. Rescuers continued efforts for a third day on Wednesday following a court-mandated rescue order. A police spokesperson confirmed that 166 people have been pulled out alive, but more than 100 others are feared to have died from starvation and dehydration. The incident has intensified debates about human rights, safety enforcement, and broader crisis of illegal mining plaguing the country. Reports from community-led groups like the Mining Affected Communities United in Action paint a harrowing picture of desperation. Since November, miners in the depths have faced starvation and thirst after police, in a drastic attempt to halt illegal mining, cut off supplies of food and water. Heart-wrenching videos show emaciated men pleading for their lives, ribs protruding, and bodies wrapped in plastic as the stench of death suffocates the shafts. The desperate pleas did not go unheard. However, the government's initial approach, a hardline crackdown, sparked outrage. Critics argue the tactic ignored basic human rights. South Africa's Federation of Trade Unions decried the move as vindictive and dangerous, warning months ago that the blockade could end in disaster. Despite a court order mandating police to resume supply access and initiate rescues, meaningful action came only after the death toll surged. Illegal mining, or Zama operations, remain a haunting reality in South Africa. The lure of untapped gold hidden beneath abandoned shaft attracts thousands, fueling a black market trade linked to violent turf wars. According to parliamentary estimates, the nation hemorrhages over $1 billion annually due to these illicit activities. The stakes are high for miners and law enforcement alike. This tragedy echoes past disasters in South Africa's fraught mining history. Between 1984 and 2005, more than 11,000 miners lost their lives. Incidents such as 2009 collapse, where 60 bodies were pulled from one of the country's deepest mines, highlight recurring safety failures. Despite new regulations and safety reforms, enforcement struggles to keep pace with the underground economy. Now, with more than 100,000 artisanal miners operating nationwide, the question remains, can a balance between safety and regulation ever be struck? As the government ramps up rescue efforts, long-term solutions must follow. Tightening security, dismantling black market networks, and creating legitimate livelihoods are crucial. Yet, these solutions will demand time and political will.